Good morning, or still morning, and I'll try to finish when it's still morning, by the way. I want to take a page a little bit from Steve's book and just get, because I was sitting down, really couldn't get the lay of the land. I want to see how many, and I'm going to use the term realtors. What I'm really talking about is general sales agents, folks that put buyers in cars, list property for sale. How many of you fall into that category? Okay. And then how many of the folks here are builders or builder representatives, on-site sales representatives? Okay, it's hard, but it's about half. How many are on-site sales representatives? Okay, good representation, good, because I want to talk about the relationship between builders and again, when I use the word realtors, I'm going to be talking about the general practitioner real estate agent, not necessarily whether or not you're a member of an association of realtors. And what I'm going to begin by saying is, especially in these times, but frankly, even in the good times, that which unites us is a lot greater than that which divides us. But that said, there are two circumstances that we've all occurred, and I'm going to take you into an uncomfortable place for both of us. And we, as an industry, as two industries, need to try to work against both of these things occurring. And the first is when a customer walks into a sales center and the sales agent says, "Are you working with a realtor?" And the buyer says, "Well, yes, I am," or "I've seen a few houses with Joe Smith," or whatever. And the statement is made, "Well, you know, I can do a little bit better for you if you don't involve your real estate agent." So that and it happens, and it's happened to me, and it's happened to everyone here probably, or many people here. And it's not something we're proud of. And on the other hand, you have a situation where Mary and Bob Smith have been back to the sales center half a dozen times. Sally, sales agent, is now known as Aunt Sally to the kids. They're about to put ink on paper, and the phone rings, and it's Robin Realtor saying, "My clients are there about to go in contract. I want to make sure you're going to honor me." So we've both committed sins. Let us try to atone for them. I think if we have a better understanding of each other and how our businesses work, we can develop mutual respect and really develop a terrific relationship that's mutually beneficial. First of all, realtors, you need to know that sales centers have rules. Builders have rules. Generally, the rule is they want you to introduce the customer to the property. And what that means is they want you there on the first visit. And that's not every rule. And frankly, fortunately, many of the builders are much more liberal in that. And I think that you can have a hand in widening that rule. For you sales center folks, I think you need to recognize that real estate agents do have input into a real estate transaction. They have influence on the decisions that buyers make about where they want to live and what product they want to live in. And most buyers do respect their real estate agent's input. So it's to your advantage as a salesperson to have the realtor on your side. My suggestion to realtors is when a community opens in your geographic area, visit the sales center whether you've got a buyer or not. Introduce yourself to the salespeople there. Develop some rapport. And that way when your client who gets loose and just stops in because they didn't want to inconvenience you on a Sunday afternoon when you're supposed to be working anyway, and they walk in and say, "Oh, by the way, Bonnie is my real estate agent," the salesperson will call you Monday morning, and this happens to me more than once, and say, "Your client was in. What did they think about it? Could you please get in touch with them? I'd love to do a deal with you." So you want to develop a working relationship with the sales communities in your geographic area. The other thing you should do as a realtor is be respectful of the job that the sales agent has to do. You as a realtor have the opportunity to put a buyer in your car, and you don't really care what house they buy. All you care about is that the day they go to contract, you're around, you'll get a paycheck. And That is a little, tough, but the fact is we as general brokerage agents have less interest in what they buy, so long as we feel like it's a prudent piece of real estate, than where they buy. I mean, we want to be involved in the transaction. We want to work them through the transactions, and we are stewards of the transaction in most cases. The on-site salesperson has one opportunity generally to engage your customer. So when you walk your customer into the sales center, step back, let the professional salesperson do their job. And don't try to demonstrate how much, my advice is don't try to demonstrate how smart you are. Let the salesperson take over. If you know that you're going to be coming in ahead of time to a sales center, I would suggest calling the on-site salesperson and tell them you're coming, about when you're coming, and you may want to give them some information about your client. A good on-site salesperson is qualifying from the moment the person walks in the door. If you've already told them this is their price range, this is the style house they want, they are qualified for this, that saves the salesperson a lot of work, because they are qualifying from the moment a customer walks in the door if the customer is a stranger. So you can work together very well in that way.